Yoga is also a great way to enhance your lymphatic system, your blood circulation. So if you feel like you're a little off, or you've been traveling, or whatever the case may be, this is a really great practice for that. So please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for all the fellow people who do watch. Okay, so stand in your Tadasana. I'm just going to turn the music up just a little bit. I may not cue as much, so work at your own pace. So draw your arms up and in. Get your diaphragm nice and open here. Interlace your hands. And just focus on your breath. Standing up nice and tall. Maybe look up at your hands here. Slowly draw your arms all the way back. And just follow along. Bringing your hands into Anjali Mudra. Take your right side and just give it a nice swivel to the left and to the right. Drawing your hands all the way up. And then slowly draw them back into cactus, squeezing your shoulder blades together, keeping your feet nice and grounded. If you have socks on, if you're cold because it's the weather, totally understand. Draw your hands up, back, away from you. Maybe send your arms and interlace them behind your back here, opening up that shoulder, keeping your hips squared, same position. Try not to rock your pelvic bowl too forward. Just focus on your breath. If you need to rub your lower back, you can. And then go ahead and take your hands and place them on the sides here. Open up your hips and square them. Maybe come to the left and then come to the right. Taking your right arm up. Nice stretched, opening up that side body nice and long. Feeling deep into your body, drawing the energy from your knees, from your feet, all the way up to the crown of your head. Go ahead and send yourself down into a nice, deep, vertebrae by vertebrae, down into your forward fold. Maybe slowly come into your half forward fold here as you breathe. Focusing on your breath. Exhale it back down. Maybe send your knees a little down. Your hips. See if you can get them to the ground here. Maybe hold on to the front of your feet. And just take a nice deep inhale, exhale it out, forward fold. I'll try and hold the poses a little longer. So draw your energy and bring your knees slightly down, coming back down, nice and slow. And inhale, bring your back up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. One more time. Forward fold. If you need to draw your hands, if you haven't stretched in a while, draw them behind your back. Maybe move from side to side here. And half forward fold. Flat back. Focus on your breath here. Drawing your hips all the way back down. Forward fold. Forward fold. Let's just go ahead and hang in ragdoll here from side to side. Let your head be heavy. Grab a hold of your elbows. Or you can just let your arms hang down. Notice your mind just emptying out any energy. Since this is a new moon, empty out anything that's not in alignment with you. Maybe see if you could draw your body towards the left, keeping your knees bent, and then to the right. Nice and slow. These movements are really great, just the smallest movements. If you need to widen your hips a little further, you can. So it's going to be kind of a flowing practice, because your lymphatic system has a lot to do with your blood-brain barrier. So small movements are wonderful. So then go ahead and, while we're in this position, I need to face you. So just keep your hips and see if you can widen them just a little further. So widening your hips, coming onto each side, to the left, to the right. And if you choose to get in Ardha, you can. So this is a great pose. Keeping your foot nice and flexed towards you. See if you can draw your head to your knee. Just breathe into it. Our body has muscle memory, so sometimes certain poses we can't always do. So you're going to be on a tippy toe. And see if you can draw your knee in, and then draw your head down for runner split, half split. And then slowly rise up, drawing your left knee up for your high lunge. And then send yourself into a pyramid here, breathing into your right foot, keeping your left foot grounded. With your back heel, drawing your head down. Go ahead and see if you can come back into your high lunge. Drawing your right foot back to a nice, lower yourself down in chaturanga, upward facing dog. Drawing your head all the way back, resting your toenails on the back of the mat. Maybe move your hips from side to side. Go ahead and send yourself into a nice first downward facing dog. Breathe. Realign your posture. Sorry, I have to wear socks. My feet are cold. This is a do-at-home workout. Draw your head all the way back. If you want to keep your knees slightly bent, you can. See if you can melt your heart to the mat. You can bend your elbows as well a little bit here. See if you can look through the back of your legs. Maintain your breath. For a count of 4. Go ahead and send your left foot into a high lunge. Inhale that in. Drop your knee all the way back down, coming into your runner split. Keep your foot flexed towards you and let your head fall heavy onto your knee. Noticing any areas that have been kind of stiff. Maybe you need more of a restorative. And bring your head up, opening up that chest. Go ahead and send your body back to the opposite side, wherever you were on. So, opposite side of your Ardha. So go ahead and take your shifting your body, pivot yourself, and go ahead and bring your flexed foot into Ardha Konasana. Drawing your head all the way back down, keeping your foot back heel off the mat. Then maybe send yourself up to the opposite side. And slowly inhale as you come back up. Come back into your high lunge, opposite side if you are on. Drawing your right knee all the way back, high plank. Keep your fingers nice and wide. We're just going to move our body here back and forth. Go ahead and see if you can take your right arm off the mat and then your left. And try it again. Inhale as you lift your arm up. Exhale, bring it back down. Left arm up. Exhale, bring it back down. Nice and slow. Go ahead and drop your knees down to the mat. Take a nice deep inhale. Send your head all the way back. Getting that lower sacrum, all the 6 fused vertebrae. Releasing that lower tension. Take a nice deep inhale. Go ahead and send your body all the way into a cat-cow. As you round the back of your spine, keep your fingers spread wide open. You could tuck your toes here. Keep your hips squared. Go ahead and send your right foot out. Bring it back in. Exhale. Inhale. Just touching the side of your mat or the carpet. Go ahead and bring it back out. See if you can send your right leg all the way back. And lower it back down. Opposite side. Inhale, touch the mat. Exhale, opposite side. So touch the mat and then go ahead and drop it back down. Go ahead and see if you can lift your left leg. Keep your glutes nice and strong. Squeezing your glute together. You can keep your toes tucked. Send your left leg back. Send your right leg all the way back. Keep nice and strong as you lengthen and extend your foot. Good job. Go ahead and send yourself into a nice downward facing dog. Sending your heels all the way back if you can. Take a nice deep breath of 4 as you inhale and exhale it out. Maybe readjust your clothing. I will take my socks off. So, just really focus on feeling yourself rooted into the mat. Lift up your heels here. And then go ahead and see if you can draw your elbow to your knee. Gaining some strength. And then go ahead and see if you can lift your right elbow or your right knee to your elbow. And you can lower yourself all the way down. And go ahead and see if you can lift your right leg all the way back, bringing it to the elbow on the opposite side here. Send it all the way back, push it back, extend. Dropping your right leg back down. As you inhale, draw your left leg up and to your elbow. Good job. Extend it all the way back as you lengthen. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and come back into your high plank here. Shifting your weight just a little forward. And come back into your downward facing dog. Exhale. See if you can drop your knees all the way down to the mat. into your cat-cow. So drop your belly down towards the mat, navel to spine. Send your hip bones all the way back. Draw your chest open, up. Your heart open, let it shine. Sending your tailbone all the way back as you round. Inhale. And exhale one more time. Inhale, round the spine. Exhale, let it out. Dropping the belly. Go ahead and send yourself into a nice child's pose here. See if you can draw your hands all the way forward to the mat. As if you're reaching for a big candy bar. And slowly move your hips down into a nice dolphin pose or puppy pose. Opening up, lengthening any areas. Maybe move your head from side to side. And then coming up onto your half plank. And then lower yourself nice and slow back into your upward facing dog, pressing your toenails on the mat as you inhale. Maybe move your head from side to side. Slowly come up into your high plank, downward facing dog. Exhale it out. Maybe walk your hands or your feet. Go ahead and see if you could jump into your front of your mat or walk towards your mat as you drop your head all the way back down, forward fold. Don't try to push your head all the way. Kind of let it just go where it needs to go. Half forward fold. Inhale as you rise. Take a nice deep inhale. You can interlace your hands here. And then come on this side of the mat. And then go ahead and see if you can move your left, keeping your right foot on the mat, draw your left foot all the way back, and then just slowly curve it to your warrior two, nice and slow. Heel to heel, square your hips this direction, and imagine two hands pulling you, drawing your shoulders down and away from your back. Sink into your hip just a little more here if you choose. Maybe look at the middle of your finger. And then look at your opposite side. Go ahead and draw your hands all the way up. Coming into a nice warrior one. Keep your foot just slightly bent here. So I'm better at warrior two. So just sink a little deeper into your warrior one. Maybe come to your right side in your warrior one. Or draw your hands all the way back. Whatever you choose, this is your practice. Maybe come all the way to the back, grabbing your left leg, keeping your arm nice and straight as you inhale. Focus on your breath. Go ahead and release that. Drawing your head up and over your pelvis, coming into a pyramid. Placing your hands on the mat, nice and slow, gently draw your head all the way down. Take a nice inhale, open up the heart, keep your fingertips on the mat. then maybe in pyramid, let's see if we can take a nice twist here. So rotating your body. Looking up at the palm of your hand in your twist. And then sending your knee all the way back down in your twist. And then maybe place your hand up, down, and then coming into, as you inhale, a warrior two lunge modification. Opposite side twist. Maybe go ahead and send your hand down to your elbow here. Your hand down to your heel, sorry. My apologies. Drawing your arm up and open, creating that space in the armpit. Go ahead and see if you can draw your other arm all the way back. And then interlace the hands together, drawing your shoulder blades nice and tight. Inhale, drawing your arms up in prayer. And then slowly coming forward. Go ahead and release that. Take your left leg all the way up. Throw your right leg all the way back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Breathe in the pose, breathe in the movement. Downward facing dog. Exhale, release it out. Feel your body move like an ocean. Inhale, send your heels off the mat. Come a little forward, pushing your weight ahead. Exhale, release it back down. Inhale, forward. Exhale, release it back down. One more time. Inhale. And exhale, release it back down. Sink your hips all the way back down if you choose. And drawing them heels to the back of the mat. Go ahead and set your left leg if you choose to raise it up for your warrior two opposite side. Place it between your hands. Warrior two. Keeping your foot heel to heel. Maybe readjust your pants. My mat's a little off. Drawing your hands all the way up. Squaring your hips here. Drawing your shoulders away from your ears. Just focusing on your breath and your prana, the energy within your system. Maybe sink a little deeper, looking over at your middle finger. Keeping your shoulders nice and strong, down. Go ahead and send yourself into a nice warrior one opposite side. If you need to readjust yourself, you can. Slightly get your right foot in an arch for your warrior one. Opening up that rib cage. Feel your breath giving you energy. Maybe take a nice slight arch. Sink a little deeper into your hip here. Drawing your hands open if you choose, or interlace them behind your back, deepening that stretch. As you inhale, go ahead and see if you can come a little forward into your pyramid as you slowly draw yourself all the way back down to your knee with your head. Exhale. If you choose to stay in your warrior one, you can to do your side twist, or you can also drop your knee. Rotating your head, your neck, your belly, and looking up at the palm of your hand. And then go ahead and drop your knee if you haven't already done that. See if you can still look up at your hand. And then slowly drawing your hand all the way back down. Maybe sink a little deeper into your hip on one side. Maybe one side of your hip is a little bit more, needs a little more stretching. Go ahead and lift your left leg up. Draw your right foot in for your pyramid opposite side. Drawing your head to your knee. Inhale, come back up. See if you can take your right foot and take it off the mat here. Squeeze your glutes. Keep your hands planted. And then go ahead and draw it back down. Drawing your right knee all the way back down. Inhale, coming up. Go ahead and send yourself into the opposite side one more time. Obviously, I need the twist more than you. And exhale, release it back down. Go ahead and see if we can come into our splits. Our half split, runner lunge split. Drawing your head all the way down, nice and slow. Notice any sensations. Go ahead and lift your head all the way up. Let that heart shine. As you inhale, exhale, lower back down. Keep your foot flexed towards you. If you need to hold on to it, you can do that. Go ahead and plant your foot. Come into a high lunge. Back into your chaturanga, one-legged. You can lift your leg up here if you want. And slowly lower yourself all the way back down as you inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. Focus on your breath, walk it out. Go ahead and send your right leg up to the sky here. As you inhale, draw it between your right foot. Go ahead and see if you can lift your left leg up here. Squeeze your glutes, stretch and let, extending your left leg. See if you can draw your head to your knee. If you can, see if you can look forward, opening up your heart. Go ahead and bend your knee all the way back down. See if you can sink in, keeping your knees together as if there's a mini chair behind you. Drawing your left leg all the way back, right leg all the way back, high plank. Keep your belly lifted. Tummy to spine. Go ahead and come into a nice wide-legged child's pose. If you want to pick up your feet here and just rock a little bit. Let's go ahead and make some circular movements with our hips. Nice big round hips for our child's pose. Nice big circles, opening up the blood, the oxygen, the cerebral fluid in our spine, giving us more oxygen to our brain. You can pick your feet up if you choose. Nice big circles all the way around. Good job. One more time. Slowly come into your child's pose as you exhale, release it out. In child's pose, let's go ahead and thread the needle, taking your left arm, drawing it between your right. And then opposite side, taking your right arm, placing it between your left. Inhale, coming up, go ahead and let's just take a nice heart opener here. So tuck your toes, come onto your knees. Go ahead and, I always love to do heart openers, taking your left hand to your heel here. You can open up your chest. You can do a one-handed camel. See if you can drop your head all the way down. Maybe move your arms. Finding a little flow, a little graceful movement. Go ahead and inhale, drawing your hands up in Anjali Mudra, coming into prayer. And then cactus, keeping your palms wide open, sending your shoulder blades together. Go ahead and come to the right side and then to the left side. And then coming into center, and then falling back into your child's pose. Sorry, my mat is... Sorry about that. In child's pose, go ahead and inhale. Coming into hero pose, take your hands in Anjali Mudra. This is great for digestion. Sending your elbow to your knee on your right side. Keeping your hands in prayer position while you're in hero pose. Keeping your sit bones on the back of your heels. See if you can twist and keep your elbow on the mat. Inhale, come up. Nice deep inhale. As you interlace your hands, go ahead and draw them back into Anjali Mudra, center. And then opposite side, so taking your elbow to your knee here. Keeping your heart open. Taking a nice twist. You could send your head all the way down. Go ahead and exhale, release that out. Drawing your hands behind your back, interlacing them. Drawing your head on the mat. See if you can take your arms and open them. Inhale as you come up off your knees here. Widening your legs. Widening your hips. Drawing your hands up. And looking straight up. Get a nice curve in your back. Keep your toes tucked. Go ahead and see if you can send your left hand to your right knee, opening up that side body. Placing your left hand there. And exhale back to center, cactus, squeezing your shoulder blades together, opposite side, drawing your hand all the way up to the sky, rotating, placing your right hand on your left knee. Looking up at the palm of your hand. And exhale, release. Good job, my friends. Drawing your hands up and in. Go ahead and draw your hands all the way back down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice and slow. Maybe find your breath here. Maybe move your hips from side to side. Maybe bend your knees. Go ahead and walk your hands all the way up to the front of your mat here, drawing yourself into a forward fold, interlacing your hands. Bending your knees, coming into Malasana, opening up those hips. Maybe look from side to side. Go ahead and come back into your forward fold. Exhale it. Inhale, half forward fold. Coming up to rise as you inhale. Strong back. You need to walk up to the top of your mat, you can. Go ahead and see if you can just plant your right foot, come into one-legged Tadasana for some balance. Squeeze your left leg here. You go ahead and see if you can hold the back of your foot. And then if you choose to come in tree, you can. We got to get grounded on our new moon. Keeping your hands in prayer, or you can have them out to the side. Go ahead and inhale, draw them straight up to the sky. And then exhale, release them back down. Go ahead and see if you can draw them behind your back, opening up your shoulders, your chest. Go ahead and inhale one last time up to the sky and drop it back down. Sending your hands to prayer. Lifting your right leg up in one-legged Tadasana. Keep your leg nice and strong on the mat. Maybe find your balance here. If you choose to stay here, go ahead and give your right leg a nice little tug. Keeping your foot nice and strong. If you need to readjust your posture, go ahead. If you want, you can even send your right leg out, which might help, and extend it, and then draw it towards your thigh. If not, you could draw it towards your ankle. Finding your balance and your groundedness. Anytime there's a new moon or a full moon, it's really great to do tree pose. Focus on your breath. Relax your shoulders here and go ahead and draw your arms all the way up as you inhale. Take a nice deep breath in. Expand your rib cage. If you need to do an arch. And then exhale, release them back down. Your hands, see if you could draw them away from your body. Inhale. And interlace them. Go ahead and do that if you need to. And then slowly draw them back behind you. Exhale, drawing, squeezing your shoulder blades, keeping your foot still grounded. Find something to stare at. Noticing any changes here. As you inhale, go ahead and drop your right leg back down. If you choose, you can go ahead and come into an airplane or not, sending your right leg all the way back. If you want to come down a little further, you can. Okay? If you want to come all the way down to your hands, lifting your right leg up for standing splits, drawing your head to your knee. See if you can get your right leg a little higher. Go ahead and bend your knee here. Bring it back down. Inhale as you rise. Shine your heart. Get yourself in a nice little curve. Tadasana. Up and over your pelvis. Up and over. Send your vertebrae by vertebrae all the way down. Forward fold. Half forward fold. Go ahead and rise. Inhale. Go ahead and see if you could send yourself back into a standing splits, opposite side, kicking your left back all the way back. Hands in prayer, coming all the way back down. Or you could send yourself into an airplane. Standing splits. Extend your foot. Maybe lift your chest up here. Or bend your knee. And drawing yourself all the way back into your standing splits, head to knee. Go ahead and send your left leg as you exhale, release it all the way back down. Keep your knee bent. Coming up into a low crescent. And exhale. Falling forward. Drawing your right leg all the way back. Downward facing dog. For our last downward facing dog, take 4 breaths of count. 4 counts of breath. Keeping your fingers nice and wide. Go ahead and see if you can lift your left leg up, draw it between your left hands, dropping your right knee down, coming into your low crescent. Inhale. Maybe find a little arch. If you would need to do your opposite side in your low crescent, opposite side, you can still do that. But we are going to slowly bring our right leg up. And then our left leg back into plank as you inhale. Keeping your fingers nice and wide. Go ahead and drop your knees all the way back down, upward facing dog. Move from side to side in your mat. Go ahead and come into your child's pose. Exhale, release it out. Send yourself all the way back up. Coming into a seated position on your sit bones, easy pose. You remove the flesh away from your body if you choose. Nice and tall, imagine a string, keeping your hands up interlaced behind you. Looking up. And exhale, release the hands back down nice and slow. Maybe put them back behind you, opening up your heart. Dropping your shoulders down and away from your ears. Moving from side to side on your hips. Squeezing out any juices. And see if you can take your right arm to the opposite side and to your left. Find a little motion here. And one more time. Go ahead and see if you can draw your hands all the way forward. Inhale, coming up. Let's go into a nice sit bones here. See if you can lower yourself all the way back down. You can keep your legs together. Just give them a nice little hug. Go ahead and see if you could take your left leg up, drawing your right leg in. And then taking your right hand and interlace them, giving yourself a nice twist. then draw your right leg. You could place it behind you, or whichever way you'd like to do it. I personally like to place my hands here and send my hips that way, but if you want to place your heel on your thigh close to your knee, and then draw your hands behind your thighs. And go ahead and exhale, release that out, shake it out. Drawing your body all the way back down. See if you could take your left leg, bend your knee here, and then go ahead and take your right leg and draw it over to the opposite side. You can keep your leg bent here as well. So if you want to keep your leg straight, the right one straight, and then bend your left, and then hold on to your calf, and then look the other direction as we end the session. See if you could draw your leg a little further away, opening up that hip. You might feel it between your shoulders. Go ahead and inhale, and then hug your right leg, hug your left leg, and then do the opposite side. So you could have your leg straight, or you can just keep your right leg straight and draw your right leg all the way to the opposite side, looking over your left into the palm of your hand. Push your leg down and away with your hand. Creating some space in this area. If you may feel it right in this joint, right in your lower sacrum. You can close your eyes here and take a moment and release that as you inhale. Hug both your legs together. Keep your eyes closed here. Let's go ahead and massage our lower back. Nice and slow. From side to side. Coming into your happy baby, lifting your legs, opening up your hips, drawing your hands with your feet on your heels. Go ahead and see if you can draw your feet together into Supakhanasana, butterfly. And exhale, release that back down, keeping them into butterfly. Drawing your hands up above your head here. Take a nice deep inhale. And you can close your eyes here as we finally end our session for Shavasana. You could choose to stay in butterfly, or you can come into Shavasana. Maybe place your hand on your heart or on your belly. And really just find your center here. Whatever works for you. Just stay present with your breath. If you placed an intention prior to starting the session, that's wonderful. So you could say, I am learning new challenges, areas that I may be challenged in. I'm able to conquer what I'm set out to do for this week that's coming up. So I think if you place your intention here or in before your practice, I don't think it really matters. just be with yourself and your body. Maybe notice your breath here. If it feels different, let your face soften. Let your head be heavy. Let your legs fall heavy in your calves. Opening up your palms to receive mother love of the universe. As Mother Nature grounds us during this period of a new moon, finding some balance in our blood,